His father was Sextus Varius Marcellus, a Syrian, his mother was Julia Soaemias, and his grandmother was Julia Moesa. Both enjoyed astounding royal connections. Elagabelus held the hereditary rank of high priest to the Syrian sun god, Elagabel, whose name he assumed. The ascension to the throne was entirely due to his grandmother, who wanted the downfall of Macrinus, who was responsible for her sister's death. A rumor was spread that Elagabelus was actually the son of Calacalla, who was admired by the army, so they would easily support him. Gannys, who was either an eunuch servant of Julia Moesa, or a lover of his mother, Julia Soaemias, was the mastermind of the plot against Emperor Macrinus. When he was 14, he was presented to the troops. Having been bribed by the wealthy Julia Moesa, they declared him emperor. It was Gannys who assumed command of the army which marched against Macrinus. As he advanced, many units changed sides. The two forces met outside Antioch. Gannys was victorious, and Macrinus was executed. The Senate recognized him as emperor. His all-important grandmother and mother were also each proclaimed Augusta or Empress. They held the real power. From here Elagabelus was very eccentric and shocked Rome. He brought low-born Syrians, and promoted them to high office in the military and government. He brought the Black Stone, making the temple of Elagabelus to hold the Holy Stone. This was unimaginable at the time, and brought public outrage. H's grandmother, in order to improve his standings, arranged a marriage between him and a lady of noble birth, whom he would quickly divorce. Elagabelus worsened his reputation further by sacrificing large number of cattle and sheep every day at sundown. Even senators had to attend these rites. He decided to marry his god, Elagabal, and make him master of all other gods. In a symbolic step, Elagabelus had the ancient statue of Minerva from the temple of Vesta moved to the temple of Elagabelus, where it was to marry the Black Stone. But for fear of the public reaction, he married an uncontroversial goddess, Urania. After Elagabelus divorced his wife, he married a Vestal virgin, whom it was law that if she had sexual relations, her and her lover would be put to death. They did so anyway. He divorced the Vestal Severa, and a year later Mardania Faustina, a descendant of Marcus Aurelius. He had executed her husband, only shortly before the marriage. Then he declared he had never truly divorced Aquila Severa, and married her again. The marital adventures continued. He had no less than 5 wives during his brief reign. Not satisfied with the glory of Elagabal, he built a huge temple of the sun outside Rome, where the Black Stone was taken each year at midsummer in a triumphal procession. The emperor would run backwards, in order never to turn his back to God, while holding the reins of the 6 white horses that pulled the Black Stone. His religious antics, combined with his sexual activity, lost him the support of the army, and his grandmother. Julia Moesa decided he had to go along with his mother, who encouraged his religious passion. She turned to her youngest daughter, Julia Vita Mamaea, who had a 13-year-old son, Alexianus. They convinced Elagabelus to adopt Alexianus, whom they could control, and then they bribed the Praetorian guards to kill Elagabelus and his mother, who were dragged through the streets of Rome and thrown into the Tiber. Many of Elagabelus' henchmen also met violent deaths.